They say nothing good ever happens after midnight. And that's when things took a turn for the strange, the scary, and the surreal. Our story today is called Violet in the Walls. A young couple, James and Emily, had just bought their first house together. It was love at first sight for them both. The house was everything they dreamed of. A beautiful 19th century home with high ceilings, large rooms, and a sprawling garden. It was also isolated, just the way they liked it. They saw it as the perfect place to start their life together. A fresh start for both of them. James had recently gone through a nasty divorce, and Emily was looking to leave her sheltered life behind. For her, the house was more than just bricks and mortar. It was a symbol of freedom. She could finally spread her wings and live on her own terms. The first few weeks were pure bliss. They spent their days unpacking, decorating, and getting to know the house. At night, they made love, not just passionate, but ravenous, as if trying to make up for lost time. To them, the house was more than just a home. It was a witness to their love, a silent observer of their happiness. But then something strange began to happen. Emily would come downstairs in the morning to find James staring at the wall, a strange look on his face. At first, she thought he was just daydreaming. But then she noticed that he would stand there for hours, completely motionless, as if transfixed by the wall in front of him. One day, Emily decided to follow her husband. She wanted to know what was going on, why he was spending so much time just staring at the wall. As she followed him, she felt a growing sense of unease. The house, which had seemed so welcoming during the day, now appeared dark and sinister. She found James in the attic, standing in front of a closed door. He was breathing heavily, as if exhausted, but there was no sound from behind the door. Emily called out to him, but he didn't respond. He was completely lost in whatever it was he was seeing. Emily tried to open the door, but it was locked. She called out to James, but he didn't answer. She could only watch in horror as he began to claw at the door, as if trying to get through to the other side. In a panic, Emily ran downstairs and out of the house. She needed help, but who could she call? She didn't know anyone in this town, and besides, she didn't want to alarm them with a story that sounded insane. When Emily returned to the house, the door was unlocked and James was sitting on the floor, his eyes blank and staring. When she asked him what had happened, he told her that he'd seen something, or rather, someone. He described a woman, beautiful but sad, dressed in violet clothes. Emily, of course, thought that James was imagining things, but then she started seeing the woman in violet too. At first, it was only a flitting glimpse, but then the apparition became more frequent. Emily soon realized that the woman in violet was only appearing when she left the house. As the days passed, Emily became increasingly terrified. She was beginning to think that the house was haunted, that the ghost of a woman in violet was haunting her. She tried everything to get rid of the ghost, but nothing worked. The ghost was always there, watching her from the corner of her eye, just out of sight. Then one night, Emily came downstairs to find James kneeling by the fireplace. He was muttering to himself, and when she approached him, he looked up and smiled sadly. "I know what you're thinking," he said. "You think I'm crazy." Emily shook her head, but James continued. "I've been seeing her, the woman in violet. and I think she's in love with me. And that's when Emily realized that her husband wasn't just obsessed with a ghost, he was in love with her. Now, every night he would wait for her to leave, then throw himself into the arms of the ghost, embracing her cold, dead body. Torn between guilt, lust, and an ancient curse, our story ends here. What do you think happened next? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this story, please like and share it. Also, check out these other amazing stories. Until next time, sleep tight.